Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So this will be a super short video. I want to speak about how we are going to learn vocabulary. I mean the actual mechanics of what we do. So as I said, we begin with the root. For anything else, we must know what the root is. Like fa'ala or kataba. And when you read an Arabic dictionary, the entries are going to be organized according to the roots. So, for example, let's say I want to know what yara means. In fact, let's just quickly. Oh no, I don't have my whiteboard at the moment. Stick here. You want to know what yara means. So you might say, okay, let's type this in. Let's go to ya. And then in ya, let's go to ra, and hopefully we'll find yara. That's not going to work. The way Arabic dictionaries, really lexicons, are written is according to roots. So before you can even look a word up, you need to know what the root is. The root of this is actually ra, hamza, and a ya. So you have to go into ra to find this word, not ya. That's why we begin with the root letters. Thankfully, however, the root letters actually appear in the past tense verb, fa'ala. So we usually won't give the root explicitly, but it will just be there in the past tense. So we say fa'ala. And now from fa'ala, remember, we can conjugate all the other verbs, past tense verbs. Fa'ala, fa'alat, um, فعلوا فعلنا فعلت فعلتم and so on and so forth. Now, it actually is possible at some stage to know what the present tense is going to be, but really we'll just give it. You'll usually just give it. You'll say فعل يفعل. And what we should notice is that these middle vowels will change. There's فعل, there is سمع. It's not سمع, it is سمع with a كسرة. So that's why this is going to tell us what the vowels are. Be سمع يسمع. You can have ضرب يضرب. So it's an E here, not an A. So we have فعل يفعل, the past and the present. Again, we can conjugate the present using our knowledge. Then we have the verbal noun, the masdar. Now, this is actually one of the most important words which are going to be given. These verbal nouns are very, very common in the Arabic language. Some of the most common words you might know, for example, ilm, knowledge, is a verbal noun. Again, it is possible to kind of guess this, but at the beginning we just learn it. So when you learn a new word, there's three things you have to learn: past, present, verbal noun. الفعل الماضي، الفعل المضارع، والمصدر. فعل يفعل فعلا، كتب يكتب كتابة. And remember, we have two things from this from the verb. We can derive the active participle and the passive participle. The active participle means the doer of the verb. So if fa'ala means to do or to act, fa'il simply means doer or actor. The passive participle, maf'u, is what is done. So doer, done. Actor, acted. This is actually easy. The fa'il is literally fa'il. It is its own scale. If you want to form this ismul fa'il, the active participle, all you do is you replace your fa, ayn, and lam with your root. Remember, as we saw over here. You have your meaning, the root letters, plus the form. So here the form is going to be fa'il. For example, someone who writes is going to be, so kataba plus fa'il is katib. Fa'il katib. That's a writer. That which is written is maf'ul. So that's going to be maktub. Again, we don't have to say fa'il and maf'ul. We don't need to, because we can just derive it immediately. But because we're beginning out, we want to get as much practice as possible. This is what we will do. We will learn a new word by fa'ala yaf'alu fi'lan. فهو, he is, the doer of the verb is fa'il. And we might say al-maf'ulu, the maf'ul is whatever it is. Example, the verb to see in Arabic is ra'a. Ra'a yara ru'yatan فهو راء والمفعول مرئي. This is a good example because at the beginning, this is actually one of the hardest verbs. There's a few things going on here which you would not be able to predict at this stage. So that's why this full form just gives it all to you. You don't need to worry about this. The beauty of the Arabic language is that the more we learn, the less you need to do this. Very soon, you won't even need to know that. You might get confused and say, well, why is it ra-in or ra-e? We'll learn why. Similarly, why is it mar-e? Why is it not like mar-oi? Why is it not mar-oi? I mean, hopefully the answer is it sounds very weird. Mar-oi, it doesn't even sound Arabic. It's not Arabic. It's mar-e. How exactly did that happen? How did mar-oi become mar-e? That's what sarf is going to teach us. And the first thing we are going to learn is sarf. We're going to just master sarf right off the bat. Thereafter, the key to the Arabic language has opened up the door. So I'll leave this here. Hopefully this is not too much. It's fairly straightforward. But just make sure that you know what all of these things are. So this might be a good opportunity for revision.